Natural Physique podcast. Once again, all four of us are here. We are going to wrap up PCA Naturals 4 and the PCA British Finals. Have a little bit of chat about the weekend, updates on ourselves, just the usual. Does anyone want to get us going? Anything big, any news? Anyone got anything they want to share?
No, we're in shredded now.
Shredded
And
and skinned.
Yeah. All that whey and bagel thins.
oh, the bagel thins were so fucking clutch. The
Mm.
we had went to fill up, so there was a car rental disaster, but we
Oh,
will
tell us
not
about
get into that.
No, tell us about that.
I don't want to speak about it.
That was, but I'll touch on it briefly because Matt had basically we'd rented a car so we could just get about. Me and Matt were staying in England for 11 days, so we thought, right, we're going down for UKDFBA. We'll need it to then drop Brandon back off at the airport, get up to Loughborough, and just dot about because we'll have PCA, everything like that. So Matt gets the quote, boom, perfect. We go to the place, Drive Alia in Birmingham Airport. Go to pick it up. The first thing the guy says is, "Have you got your credit card?" Matt's like, "Don't have a credit card." Ah, well, it's a £1,500 deposit or something like that that we would need to take off your debit card. But because you didn't have your credit card, they were then like, your insurance doesn't actually cover the car anymore. You need to buy our insurance because Matt had went through a third party. So they were going to charge us money on top of that. And we were looking into the car and they were saying that it didn't have the young driver's claim on it, which was like 25 years or under. However, when Matt went on the website, he'd put in his age. He'd never tried to hide anything about his age. It just fucked him, right? So we're on the phone dealing with all this shit, and they're basically saying they're gonna try and charge us like £70 more every single day
It was like
for
35 for the car, 40 extra for the young
yeah,
driver's insurance. It was
Perfect.
ridiculous.
yeah. So it was two different things, but added together like 75 quid each a day. Um, and then we went on the website to try and figure out like what's actually gone wrong. Why is it coming up that because he said Matt was 33 when he just wasn't and he isn't.
But then the thing is, when they'd said 33, I was like, fucking remember seeing 33 somewhere. Where did I
Mhm.
see that? So that's why I went back onto the website because like I've definitely seen this before, and I remember changing my age back to 24. So that's what really confused me. But yeah, the guy, he was on the phone to the I don't even know who the fuck I booked through. He was
Yeah.
he was on the phone to them and they'd said about we've got it recorded his age is 33. I was like, that's bollocks. So went back onto the website, figured out there was a glitch on the website when you do it on your phone. If you put in all your details, put your age is correct, and then if you go back at any point to check something, it automatically switches your age back to 33 and takes off the young drivers thing without you realizing because it only shows you the cars available. It doesn't show you that your age has changed at all. And I remember doing that at one point and changing my age back to 30 or back from 33 to 24. But it must have happened again when I've rebooked. So there's a bug on the website where it's defaulted my age to 33, taking off the young drivers thing and giving me all the prices for a 33-year-old, which I've then booked.
It's rubbish in it. They're so
Yeah.
dodgy with shit like that though. Like even with me, I got the car for WMBF and they didn't say anything about a young driver's fee. You'd think that when you're booking it, when you put your age in, they would add on the young driver's fee there and then. But it's like, no, I'll just tell you that when you're right there about to get the car and when you've got no other choice. And that was an
Yeah.
extra 50 quid a day. We were there for 4 days. The car was costing me £19 a day and they were trying to add on an extra £50 a day on top of that. I was like, that's fucking shit. And then the guy was like, I can do it for 120 for you. I was like, what do you mean you can do it for 120? You just charge me 200 for the sake of it. So I was like, what are you talking about? Like a little bit cheeky to him, and he was like, mate, I'm literally putting my friends and family discount on this to try to be nice to you. And I was like, all right, fair enough, I'll take that. But it's like crazy. They don't say anything to you until you're there. And you're fucked. You only ended up getting it for what, 3 days, and then just patched it.
Yeah, we were sat there for like a good hour and a bit, just stressed out of our tits, thinking, right,
Yeah.
we're skint enough as it is. How
And
the
then
fuck?
Brandon was sitting there and I was trying not to stress him out. I was like, Brandon, it's going to be good, mate. Just chill out. We'll get your meal in. Don't worry.
To be fair, he sent me a photo of him just with his feet on top of his suitcase or on top of his bag, just lying there. I was like, ah, that was
He was
it.
lying out on the
Photo of
sofa.
his feet.
Hmm?
Sent a photo of his feet.
Yeah, bare feet. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Brandon Fitness.
Brandon
Brands fitness.
towards the mouth. Um, but yeah, you just had a dodgy car situation. I had a dodgy
Oh,
car situation, and then I was about to fly down like the night before, and I was like, "Can one of you pick me up from the airport?" Or Matt, can you pick me up from the airport? And you're just like, "I've got the car." For fuck's sake, you could have told me. So then I patched my flight and then drove down in the mighty Passat, which done us very well, didn't it?
you just
Concrete
literally
chocolate.
not. So you had a flight and you just didn't turn up to it.
Yeah.
Did you tell
Where's Josh Campbell?
them?
Fucking halfway down England in a Passat, brother.
Oh shit, I didn't tell them about that because I had that flight home for last night, didn't I?
No, that's the thing though. Like, even if you check in, like, if you've not shown like the boarding pass or like scanned
Not
through,
scanned when you're going through like security and
Oh,
stuff. You're
okay.
sweet.
don't care. It's only if you've already done that, you're in the airport and you're not there, they'll probably bother with it. But yeah, didn't go on the flight, obviously. Which I actually like. I prefer driving because you don't have any limitations on what you can take, what you can't take, anything like that. Just had loads of bombs and knives and shit in the car. They just massacre Finn's house. But
It's like when Matt walked through the security at PCA with the banner bag, and the guy he was like, "I've not packed this myself," and I just put a what's it called? One of those things you put over your shoulder on card, and
yeah, bazooka,
there's a
Like
bazooka
an
in it.
RPG.
RPG.
RPG was in it, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was like me when I won that overall sword at the WNBF. I had to wrap it in like um had to wrap it in wrapping paper, funnily enough. But it was just this cardboard kind of looking wrapping paper, and I'd got it on, I'd sellotaped it, and I was running to one of the trains because it was like really close, and people were looking at me like really strange. And I was like, "What the fuck's happening?" And I've got the sword over my back, and the wrapping paper had came off, and I'm just sprinting with a fucking giant sword. And I was like, "This is not good at all." I had to like talk to the police and say like, "This is just from a bodybuilding show. I want to let you know about it." Like even when they couldn't see it, because like, somebody's gonna say something here and then it's going to bite me in the arse. End up getting taken off the train at the next stop and then it ruins the whole journey. But I do think driving is nicer. Like it's obviously good. I had no on the way back up as well. You just patched your flight and then we drove back up. But then I could bring everything with me. I brought the Passat down and then we just used that as the main car throughout the weekends. I think it done over 1,000 miles to be honest, like across the past like 10 days or so, and it's perfect. It didn't have any issues at all. So shout out Volkswagen for making their 2008 diesel Passat, in case they're watching. But
We
yeah,
are.
the,
I've heard they're big fans.
yeah, they love the Natural Physique podcast. Anything else that you want to mention from the weekend or updates on you guys before we actually go into showing some clients and talking about the show?
My update is the clients in the show. That is my life at the minute.
Yeah, exciting, eh?
Well, it
Very,
is to be fair. I just that is the focus week by week, which is cool. I can't complain. It's very cool, and I would also say like the the inquiries that we've been having in the past like week's been pretty mental, which is really cool. So appreciate it if you're watching and you have applied. If you're watching and you haven't applied, what are you doing?
oh,
Uh,
yeah.
but no, we've had quite a lot of inquiries. I've had quite a lot of like good inquiries as well, and that's no disrespect to some people, but like people who are going to be good in the next year or two.
Yeah. It makes sense though with the caliber of clients that we are putting on stage, like across all of us. And
Yeah,
I mentioned in one of the podcasts recently, like somebody was coming up to pretty much every single one of us at WNBF and saying like you guys are setting really good standards. I had a Romanian guy message me, which I'm messaging just now. I don't know if he'll be watching this or not, but um, I was talking to him about his prep and where he was last time, and it's really, really common for them to just pull off like loads of weight in the one prep or do it like really short. I'm trying to educate him on that and telling him that Petru literally only lost 7 kg so far throughout this prep, whereas that guy's pulled off 19 in his. So it is good to kind of show people, and I think people are learning a lot. Like obviously the podcast helps, but being able to actually reach out to more people because we get clients competing fucking all over the world at the moment, which is really cool. So it's going to be a good end of the season. We've got the MBW upcoming, which is exciting. We've got some cool stuff with that, and then possibly a little bit of LA as well, which we can discuss down the line. But
a little bit of LA, yeah,
hmm,
just a little bit of LA,
a little bit, yeah, yeah, teeny bit of it,
a little bit.
yeah. But yeah, a good weekend at the PCA. Clients wise, had a lot of questions. Noah, top five, Sinead, myself. Sean just outside the top five in novice, and then Petru wasn't in the PCA, but he done his home show out in Romania, and he got his pro card. He won the overall, so he won Classic Physique Tall, and then went on to win the overall and win his IMB pro cards in his home show, which looked incredible. We'll talk about that as well. Finn, you had Ed, Shay, Tom, Kyle.
Drew.
Drew
Mine
in
wasn't that.
Scotland.
Yes, Drew at the BNBF. Anyone else? That us.
No, I had those five. Yeah.
Yep. Some good placings across the board with them as well. Ed done very well. Say
Yeah.
that's
Ed won on Saturday, which was a really good win. Was buzzing about that because he came sixth the week before, so that was sick.
yep.
Um, and beat some really good lads as well. The top three were very good. Third and second, very good. Third, like ridiculous physique. Just needed to be a bit leaner, a little bit more through his posterior, glutes and hamstrings, adductors. He's still a junior next year, and I think he'll be a very good junior next year. Um, and then Louis is sick. Like we know that we've seen Louis be ridiculous at shows. I wouldn't say his physique's like massively faded. I don't think it has, but like he's not quite as impressive as he was in the first show at the BMBF Scotland. I wasn't there, but I know you guys were. Uh,
Yeah.
and that's normal. Like it's so hard to bring your best to every single show, and he was probably at his best at his first show, which often happens.
I don't think it's a timeline of how long he's been prep. I think it's just because it's been back to back to back to back
Yeah,
to back.
exactly. Yeah, mate, it's impossible to be your best at every single show, like week in, week out. Like it's literally impossible. Like he looked great still, but I don't think he was as good as in that first show. But yeah, Ed got the win and looked really good. I was really happy with it. There's still room to improve for Ed as well. Like definitely still can get sharper in certain areas and can be fuller as well. Like didn't really fill him up much going into this because Ed he does because he's got a good amount of muscle. He never looks super flat really. Um, because he is a well muscled junior. Even Ed, pretty flat, will still look well muscled in the juniors. I think at the UK FBA, like that
Oh,
was a really good look with a lot of fullness, but he didn't get rewarded based on who he was against. Like the people that beat him in that class, the five people that beat him didn't compete at the weekend against him. So would he have got a better placing with this week's look in that class? Who knows? It's impossible to say. I still had him placing higher at the UK FBA. We don't need to go into that. I think we might have already spoken about that anyway. Um, but yeah, like really good look for Ed on the Saturday. Good luck as well on the Sunday. He looked good on both days, to be fair. He just got beat by a big German guy on the Sunday, which was fair enough. It was a 1 point decision, but realistically, I thought that the German was going to win it just because he was really dominant from the back.
absolutely.
Ed beat him from the side. From the front, it was probably close, but from the back, the German was pretty dominant. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's a fucking sick look.
Yeah, he did look good for both days as well. Like, wasn't as if one day was significantly different to the other either. Like, good and consistent across the
Yeah.
board.
It's hard to be again to peak 100% for both days. I'd say he was like 80-90% for both days. You know what I mean? In terms of like, I didn't fill him up crazy amounts. I filled him up a bit more. The first day was like loading into the second day. But again, he doesn't take a lot to fill up. Like Ed fills up like that. Like realistically, I can give him like one or two carb meals and he's
Yeah.
relatively full.
Yeah. Yeah, it was mint. Really good. Matt as well. You had Nico. I want to say his name's Nico. Yes.
Nico in muscle contest, coming away with a K. Nico with a K.
Yeah, I got Nicola A1 bod. We had Nicola on stage.
Yeah, he won comp 10.
Yeah.
He's pulled
You,
out of the IBFA guys. Not
yeah.
bad. Hey, what a tragedy.
No,
We
that's a great decision.
what are we gonna do? Sorry, Nico with a K, you say.
Yeah, so
If you
Nico
know I'm on
did muscle contest Ireland. He did the naturals in the morning, got first place in his class, and then won the overall as well. And then got second in the unnaturals in the evening, which I think was quite close to be fair. But even still, like it was just a bit of fun to kind of see how he did against the bigger guys. So that was pretty cool. Also had Ryan in that show coming away with second in his first show, and then Graham won. I haven't posted about anything here. I was
Posted
going
it.
to do it tonight and I completely forgot. Um, and then Graham won his class in the evening at muscle contest as well, so that was good. And
Sick.
then also had a guy over in Romania, Marius, who came away with third in classic physique.
Do we know his Instagram?
Yeah, it's third one down.
Third one down.
Yeah, like he came to me at the start of September and he was like, "I'm doing men's physique. I wouldn't mind maybe doing men's athletic or men's classic. Just let me know what you think." And I sent him a message. I was like, "You've really nice shape and structure. You could definitely do classic physique." So did a call with him, kept in touch with him over the next or 3 4 weeks. And then he came away with third, which he was buzzing about, and he was like, "I was so happy. I love the division now. I'm definitely going to start pursuing that." So that was cool to see.
As I would say, it's probably the most fun to pose for. Like it,
Yeah, he didn't know really about the posing. Like he knew there was different poses, but like once he started kind of learning about them and being able to put them together, he was like, "Oh, I'm really invested in this now." So
creativity
um, that was cool.
makes mint.
Yeah, it looks sick.
Good.
Really, really good.
Yeah, it just his taper. Really nice. So you can see why he done men's physique before, to be fair. But
I think he came first in men's physique.
did he? So he done both.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
first and
that's
third.
nice there, just the way he's dealt kind of rounds off. Yeah, that's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have
And
any
he
other?
obviously had a load of boys in that PCA show as well.
Yes, of course. Obviously Petru done this show as well, which was very cool. The IMB Romania. I'd done it in 2023. But it was technically the European show. They just held it in Romania and it was the same exact venue. So I thought it was going to be the same show, but this is like the actual Romania show, so the national one. Um, Petru kind of didn't tell his family too much about this one, then surprised them and doing the home show. I say it's the home show. It was a 6 hour drive for him to get there from Cluj. But Petru, obviously, as I say, classic physique, tall. He won that class against a few good guys. Like we were all sat there, weren't we? Like, oh, fucking hell, that other guy looks good, the big fella. But he ended up coming third. This guy, I did find out that the day before he won the bodybuilding overall though. So I
Yeah.
think just kind of like they've seen him as the bodybuilder and then the other guys as classic. Because I think they want to actually have like a clear difference there. Because you see like so many American shows where like they'll just go in and they'll win the bodybuilding overall and the classic overall, the same guy. But I think the other guy is just again a little bit more of what they were looking for from a classic standpoint. I think if it was straight bodybuilding, they would have had like a really close battle in terms of judging.
He's good. He looks big.
Fucking massive. Matt, when we were watching his legs from the rear, you can like see
Mm,
the sweep of his quads. It's just like,
it's
oh,
crazy. Yeah.
he was really good. But Petru ended up winning his class. And then the overall, we thought it was a very clear decision, didn't we? But you never know what they're going to pick and what they're going to choose. Just with like the kind of European shows, because sometimes they just do favor shape over condition. We've seen it happen before. And we didn't know what way it was going to go, but we were all sat there up the back of the show. People must have thought we were off our nut. I'm sat there screaming, Pedro, Pedro. And there's people in the crowd, and it's like pretty much silent. Like there was not that many people in the show at that point because it was in the evening. So we'd all sat there going crazy, jumping about, going mental with Petru winning the show, which was great. Again, another pro card for him, which is brilliant. He'll be pushing on for the Worlds in November, which is very exciting. The WNBF Worlds in Pro Classic Physique. That's what I was there. That's what I was after he'd won the photo that I'd sent to them. But that was really good. All of us sat watching. This is one of my favourite photos. All of them just taking photos of Petru, everyone pointing their camera towards him. I think that's just straight aura. But yeah, that was sick. Really happy with it. And Petru's in a really good mindset to crack on from here. So that was sick. Noah, Sinead, if we go on to yours here, do you think it's better to go onto your page or Sinead? Has she posted anything about it?
She's not posted anything. So yeah, we had Sinead and Toned Figure Tall. I don't think we'd done a podcast chatting about the week prior at UKDFB, did we? So this was back to back. This is technically the third show for Sinead, and like 8 days. So we had a Saturday show at UKDFBA with women's wellness. And then the Sunday was the women's figure. And then the week after that, we had the toned figure tall at PCA Natural Finals, coming with fifth place. I was really, really happy with this result. Obviously, it's a good lineup of competitors. A couple of them that I didn't think, so I didn't think Hannah was going to be in this division, because she had done athletic, I want to say, the day before. And then, yeah, Hannah there. And then she spoke to judges, and they basically told her to go into figure or toned, something like that. But Yeah, Sinead brought a really good look. It's the first time that Sinead's body's been like really working with us in a peak week, and it was quite surprising with it being a back-to-back show week, or back-to-back peaks. That now's the time that our body's becoming a lot more responsive. Obviously you guys have seen our shows, and we've spoken about how we managing things going into the shows and managing things like stress and being able to actually fill up on food. We've never really had the opportunity to bring in a little bit more food going into a show. However, this weekend or the weekend just gone was the first time we were actually able to bring food in and weight not move mental. And the body was actually taking it on well. We dried off post the first shows the weekend before, leading into the weekend, and we were able to backload a little bit of food, which seemed to work pretty well for Sinead. Um, Again, just getting that a little bit sharper. Feedback, a little bit confusing. It seems like between all the different PCA shows that she has done, the feedback's been pretty confusing and conflicting between a lot of them. However, Sinead, I think, is just going to take a little bit of time to get her head around, the back-to-back peaks and where she lies. And
Who is it not?
No, no, tell the story because I'm laughing.
I, sorry, I kept trying to get away from her in every photo.
Is it everyone?
I can't even remember how it.
I
How,
mean, I was like, I can't not laugh. I'm gonna have to, and I don't want anyone thinking I'm laughing at anything that people can't
Tell
know
me
because they
that's what I
can
want
know.
to
Do
say.
you want me
yeah,
to tell it?
Is her name Seren or is
Her
it?
name, so her name's Seren Cooper. Yeah, so the winner in the middle. She's really fucking good,
yeah,
and basically, I think it was Lee on the mic, right? Obviously, like announcing her name, like the winner, Seren Cooper, and then Noah just basically kept saying it. And the last like week was just
That's
Noah
good.
saying
It's the
Seren Cooper, and now it's just a funny thing.
yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
Saren Cooper. But anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
Sinead came away with third against Saren, and
Again, Seren Cooper.
yeah, it's just very different shapes, very different structures. And Sinead's a lot sharper than she was, at previous shows. She's getting better. And I've said this to her, like I know that at least I believe that she's suited to figure the most. We dipped our toes into wellness, and figure is where I firmly believe that Sinead has a real potential in. And that's obviously the priority for the remainder of the season. So we've got two more shows lined up, and it is just a case of continuing to get that little bit sharper and keeping the head on and enjoying the process, because it is our first time competing. So again, getting used to going through everything like that and a prep itself, it can be pretty mental. So yeah, she enjoyed the weekend for what it was, and that's about
think that because I experienced this a little bit as well. See, between shows when I had longer between them, when I went into the next one, I was a little bit more nervous and stressed
it. Yeah,
because I've not been as used to it. I think that's probably helped her, like the fact that she competed the weekend before. Then going into the next one, you don't feel as like out of it, and it's like, oh, it's happening again. Like it's big show weekend, this and that. It's just like it's standard procedure. You've just went off of one show weekend, and the time's so short in the middle that you're still gonna feel like you're just in it in a sense, and then you're just doing the same thing, and it's like so you're so used to it that you're much less stressed. And I think that is obviously Sinead better than I do, but like when her body holds water, it probably will just a lot of that be up here like just getting stressed out. But I think going into this show weekend, she would have been a little bit more chilled out. I know it's a British final and still, stressed, nervous, etc. But like being so fresh off the back of another show and just like me be more used to competing, it means that you're a little bit more relaxed. The more that you do it, it's just practice, 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 isn't it? But some of the shots, like you sent me the shots the morning of, I think, and I was like, fucking hell, like condition wise, there was some really like freaky body parts and everything. I think she looked great on stage as well to come away with the top five in a British finals is fucking wicked. It was really good. But yeah, that's Sinead. Here's you looking all sexy.
Yeah, very
that's
happy.
it, man.
This was just food and hey, absolutely beautiful that. What is it? What was that called? You want beef? It was
What?
great till it got cold because I get thrown a surprise party. Dun, dun, dun. I forgot about that. That feels like
Yeah,
so.
that feels like a month ago. That
Uh,
feels like a
oh
month
my
ago.
fucking God.
Mate, that play park was sick. That was so much fun.
Mega. That steak was
Oh,
mega. That steak was tremendous.
Just fucking hunters of salt in the chips.
Throw
Do you
salad.
have enough salt on that? We had salted them so heavily before that as well.
I've got heavy low blood pressure, bro.
Half a fucking tub of salt. Brilliant. That was fajita night. So we all stayed at Finn's for the week for the PCA. We also were staying there for another reason, which we can't say quite as of yet, or like we can.
Mate, it's been half announced. I think.
Yeah.
Has it?
Well, yeah, it's on one of the infographics, but it's not like been said.
If you put two and two together, you do, but we've
You'll
only
get four.
from certain posts. But yeah, we were down there for a little bit longer, so since Tuesday all the way to Monday. And each night we had a different dinner. So first night was steak night, and we watched Happy Gilmore.
First night was Nando's.
Oh yeah, first night was Nando's, mate.
Sorry, first night was Nando's when I
Where
went.
was I?
Huh?
There was what I didn't come. I didn't have many of these.
What?
No, so Monday, no, the first day we had Nando's was whenever Josh was arrived, just
As
came.
soon as I
Yeah,
got there,
I
and
wasn't
you were
there.
you were having dinner with your dad and Meg.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Mm. Mm.
The
Then
second day was steak, and that was whenever you were away in Manchester.
yeah.
Then was fajita night,
which you had.
that was here. Then was burger night.
You also had. Yeah.
Then was Nando's again.
And then the Indian.
And then
Brilliant. So I had a Nando's on Saturday night, and then on Sunday, two of my
What's this
meals were
video?
technically a Nando's. Um, because I went and got chicken breasts. Nice. I went and got two chicken breasts.
Uh,
So I got two chicken breasts from Nando's and had that there. So I was scunnered with Nando's. And then we needed a meal once we came back from the show. Nobody could be bothered cooking. We think, what's a nice, healthy alternative where we can still get protein in? So we went for an Indian, got extra chicken tikka and then a chicken tikka masala. And that little green Hulk sauce, that was fucking banging. That was great. I don't know what that was. It was a weird yogurty minty sauce. It was amazing. And then the next day when we drove home, my meal prep was chicken tikka masala. Leftover chicken tikka masala. So I ate like a king over the last full week. It was that and then just chicken and rice prepped. And then for you it was just bagel thins
Yeah,
and thins.
Matt, I've just been living off of reduced
well,
rice, bagel thins, and one tub of whey for the last week.
fucking Elton John's
And
fart.
John.
I still have me.
Oh, I don't know if that's worth the
No,
Clip
we
that
can't
out.
open that can of worms in a
Cut that
podcast.
out.
yeah.
No, just leave it at that. We don't need to explain it or.
I think we should explain the whole thing rest of the podcast. But yeah, that's a little wrap up of random shit, sorry, of our week. Back into results. Finn, I assume they'll probably just be on your page, realistically.
Yeah, I haven't posted that many yet.
The
Um,
boy.
so yeah, Shay won. So Shay didn't have to qualify on the Saturday because he'd already qualified in Ireland at the end of August. So he won in Ireland then. To be fair, Shay's done 3 shows and won them all. The second show, he was the only one in his class. But I think he'd have won it anyway. Unless there was a massive enhanced bubbly guy, because it was an untested show. But yeah, he won his first show when we went over to Ireland, when Sinead was competing as well. And then he obviously came over for just the Sunday show and took the British title in junior physique, which was really cool. I mean, in the back of my mind, I thought that was going to happen, but I never want to like say that because he's not huge, Shay. Like he's not a massive guy. Like he got outsized by the guy in second, and he only won by 1 point. I had it. I had Shay all day because his posing was better. He was a lot leaner. But the guy in second was good. He's big. Quite big, especially through his chest, and that's Shay's
I
like
was going to
biggest
say
weakness.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, we really need to improve Shay's chest in the off season. And he just needs to fill out his frame. He's got a great physique. He's got great side delts. If he can fill out a little bit more, through his back, his chest, keep the nice taper to his midsection, keep his waist nice and small, like he'll be spot on. He'll be a very, very good men's physique guy in the next, 2, 3 years whenever he looks to compete again. But yeah, that was an awesome win, and like we all love Shay, he's such a nice guy, and his family came over, his mum and his girlfriend, and they're like all dead nice. I think it's like his best mate that was filming for him as well. So yeah, that was really cool. And I was just buzzing for Shay because, like I say, similar with like Brandon. You know, when I said about Brandon winning, it's like I expected Brandon to win. So if he doesn't win, then I'm gutted. You know what I mean? Like whereas like for example, some of the people like not that I don't expect them to win, but like I know they're against good people. Like when Brandon, I knew how good Brandon looked at the WNBF. I was like, he needs to win this. You know what I mean? Like he looks that good. Like he needs to win this, and he did. So that was sick. Um, but yeah, like then he got beat in the UK FBA, which was disappointing. But we kind of thought that might happen just based on him winning the pro card the week before, being a little bit more fatigued going into this one and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we don't need to go into last weekend too much. Uh, Basically, Shea won. Really happy with the look. He was the leanest by 20 pounds. No, he was the leanest.
The show by £20.
He was the leanest person I've ever seen by 20 pounds. No,
Yeah.
he was the sharpest by a decent distance, but he still has flaws. You know what I mean? It's like he's done well and he's won all his shows so far, but he still needs to be better. Like in the long term, obviously we know we need to improve a lot for him to be more competitive. The open standard of men's physique at the minute is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like Josh Coggan's placing fourth, or in,
Mhm.
in an amateur show, like at British finals, like, and that's nothing against Josh Coggan. Josh looks fucking sick. Like that's what I'm saying in terms of how good the standard is.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's like like that kind of look. You know what I mean? It's like he's a big guy. So
Fourth.
Shea's got some work to do going into his next off season, which will be exciting. But a really good season so far. We've got one more show, and then we also had. We'll come on to this in a minute, mate. That'd be good actually to talk about that. So Tom Scott, if you go on Tom's page, he'll have posted a bit about it.
It's not yet, is there?
So Tom came second in novice on both days. Basically got beat by big Pascal. Um, Bloody Pascal came over from Germany and did a number on Tom.
Bloody fucking Germans coming over and
Yeah, all
stealing
the Germans
fucking
coming and
medals.
stealing our medals. That's what happened basically. Ed got beat by a German, and Tom got beat by a German. So there's something in Germany that's making these freaks that will show the overall winner in a minute. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But Tom, like realistically, he got beat because the guy was older than him, harder than him and like more mature from a muscular standpoint, leaner than him again, based on being a bit older. And I don't know how many like I know it's a novice class, but I don't know how many years he's been training. I think he looked a fair bit older than Tom. But yeah, he was in good condition. He was very complete. He didn't really have any weaknesses. He wasn't as big as Tom, but he was just very, very complete and very lean everywhere. Whereas Tom's still got some to come off from the back, but also Tom is looking at going to Worlds, which is still a fair while away. So we've got time to get that in as well. But yeah, still really happy with how he looked, and he should still be happy. I know he wasn't happy, and I understand because he wants, but he should still be happy with second. Because that's still a good result. It's just that he'd obviously won. To be fair, we can cover last week because Tom won the overall at the UK FBA. I know we're saying we're not talking about last week too much.
Top left.
But if your client won the overall, then you need
If
to.
my client won, then yeah, it's fine. No,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about Ed because I thought Ed should have placed higher, and I don't want it to come across like I'm being like all negative or thinking that I don't want it to come across like I'm being a twat. But I thought Ed should have placed higher, and I thought Brandon could have won it, like, but he didn't, and that's fine. You like it's understandable, but I don't want to go into it and be like, well, I think that this could have happened because at the end of the day, that didn't happen, and the results are the results, and I can see why it was as well. I'm not like, oh no, they got robbed. Like, no, you just have to accept the results on the day. But yeah, Tom looked fucking sick at the UK FBA. Really, really happy with that look. I think their third peak in a row just sort of took its toll a little bit. Because he was basically like peak, 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 week after week after week. It does take its toll. So he's now got a week off in between before we go into MBW. So yeah, he took obviously the novice show on the at the UK FBA, and then he took the overall against a really good. He was a novice tall competitor, really good. He was peeled, but Tom was just quite a lot bigger than him. So yeah, that was really cool. Really happy with that. Don't know why I put that on. And then who else did we have? So Tom, Ed, Drew. So Drew came third in BMBF British Finals, which is again really happy with that. Top three at British Finals is a great result. Wasn't the busiest of shows, and the two people that beat him prior or have beaten him, two of the people that have beaten him prior, Owen, who beat him at the WMBF when Drew came second, was there again, and then Will, who was one of the people that beat him at the UKDFBA, was there as well. So basically, the two guys that are just very very good. And I think this was well, I know that this was Drew's best look. I imagine it was maybe he was pushing second, but yeah, first and second were well, first especially Will's ridiculous. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
and
bunkers, aren't they?
Will, Will won best wheels as well. And second place is really good. But Drew looked sick. Like this was Drew's best look. Really, really happy with it. Good amount of fullness, good amount of condition. In the past couple of weeks, he's looked a little bit softer on stage. He's just not had that same pop, whereas he did have it a lot more this week. But again, it's now been 3 weeks again in a row. Peak, peak, peak. It does add up. So again, another gap, and then into MBW for Drew as well. I was buzzing with the look, and he was as well. He was like really, really happy. It's always good as well when you're not with someone in person. Like obviously, it's good to like have a proper chat with them. So we had a bit of a call post show, and he was like, "Mate, yeah, like that's the best I've looked." And like you can, I know that Drew's not one to just be like, "Oh, look, it's the best I've looked." Like he'll be honest, and he's like, "Oh, mate, I look a bit off today, or I feel a bit watery." Yeah, that's our bodybuilding ick.
I think they start
Wait for the bodybuilding ick reels to come out, guys.
starting
Uh,
they're jorking each other off.
yeah, and then so that was Drew, Tom, Ed,
Kyle, did they?
Kyle, and then who else did I say? Shay. Yeah, so Kyle competed on the Saturday, um, in the junior tall class because Ed was in junior short. Um, that was the other show. What was it?
NBA.
That
Yeah,
was the BMBF.
that's
I think
why.
it's right there. Yeah.
Yes.
So second call outs for Kyle. Again, like we've spoken about this before, like with Kyle, he knows that the level that he's at, like realistically, he has still handled himself like really, really well. Towards the end of the prep, his physique started to just fade a little bit anyway. And again, that's kind of what's going to happen when you don't have a huge amount of muscle at the start of a prep. And again, this is something that we spoke about when we started. We managed his expectations and just said, look, mate, like you're gonna if you want to compete, that's cool. You're gonna be, your last year as a junior. So if you want to do it, let's do it. But just be aware that, the level that you're at and the level that the standard's going to be. And that's why I put him in the MPA show. So he did get a chance to get a place in. He got second there. Obviously, it was a quiet show. But yeah, second call outs here, but it was still a good look for Kyle. He just needs a lot of time to grow. Simple as that. And he wouldn't be upset with me saying that. Like he would be like, "Yeah, cool, I know." So that's where he's at the minute. So he's straight into off season and already managing it really well, which I'm not surprised about because he's a great guy and he's managed his prep really well. He's literally like a couple of kilos up from going out for a nice meal and he looks good for it and feels good for it.
You just hold
Uh,
that for there for a wee bit.
Pauline replied to your story. What's she saying?
I don't know. I'm not going to open my DMs in case there's anything horrendous there.
Yeah, good mate.
Mangled.
Uh, let you know. But yeah, there's your guy. There's your man. Is his name Pascal or something?
Yeah, big Pascal.
Yeah, and Sean, easy. Takes him easy. They're tan. These Germans guys tans. I
I
don't know
forgot what it was.
what their secret is, but it was very nice.
Yeah.
Thought it looked a little bit purple, a little bit like Thanosy, but I think tan did make a big difference for them, like especially against Ed as well. Like that other guy, the glaze that they had on, the tan that he had on too, did make a difference. But sorry, Sean here. Really happy with this. It just looks round, bubbly, full. He dug for a week between the WMBF and then the PCA. Got some new lows, which was great, or lows before, way early on in prep. But he was looking really good here. Super happy with it. He didn't place, but again, similar with Kyle. This is Sean's first season competing. He came to me in January and was like, right, I want to do a bodybuilding show. And he was going to do like a June show when he was 90 kg in January. He's 71 here, his lowest. Before we started to feed up a little bit, he was around 73 on stage. But I said to him, we're definitely looking to do the later shows. We've pulled off 20 kg since then, and the look that he's brought on stage, some of the shots that I got of him backstage as well, or just before going backstage in the toilets, were ridiculous. The improvements that he's made have been incredible. Super happy with this. Like again, with the placing out of the top five, was still buzzing because again, he likes actual bodybuilding and not just focused on placing. He had a really good time. I personally preferred like the WNBF in terms of just how it was running. I think Sean did as well because we could all be there backstage with him, and it was a bit more exciting. Like it's just a little bit more personable, where it's like you're kind of separated with your athletes at the PCA, which I don't entirely like. I get it completely and entirely. It means that it's not like
You can get a coach's pass
Ah, I didn't know that. I thought were they letting people back at
if you
all?
have if you have a coach's pass, yeah. But like
I
we
realised.
we didn't get them for this one, but in future we will.
Definitely, because it's nice to obviously be there. But yeah, this was a good look. I was happy with. I thought Sean was going to crack the top five, and when they said fifth place, I was like, oh, it might be fourth. And then they didn't call him as four, so I kind of knew once it was in the top three that it wasn't going to be a place. And but again, a good look. And Sean is getting ready to go into his off season for the first time because he's never really been able to push a gaining phase properly because he's not really known how to do so. It's just been a case of kind of going through the motions. So I'm excited for that. We're going to call on Thursday to kind of map everything out, discuss when he's next competing again. Like, yeah, that was him at the start versus now. So yeah, I'm really excited for his off season and for next his return to stage because as he was mentioning to me, like, this has really ignited a passion for his training, for bodybuilding, for the whole process as a whole, and he really, really kind of appreciates that a lot more now. So he's fucking buzzing to get into his off season, and I'm very excited for it too. He's got a lot of potential, shapes really nice as well. So. Yeah, spot on with that. But I think that's everything. We're coming up on 7 o'clock, which we need to get wrapped up by. But clients wise, are we done? Matt, would you like to discuss anyone from the PCA specifically, or because I know you've got a lot, so it would take ages to go through it.
Um, the other guys that we probably haven't mentioned, but Oshin in bodybuilding tall, he looked really, really good. His podium was great. He just got absolutely shafted with being against 100 kilo Germans.
Oh,
So nothing you can really do about that. We had
Get the,
Timur as well.
the huge German up.
Yeah, get the big, big fucking German, the big BFG.
mate,
Uh,
the one of him next to his coach. Sorry, like when he's doing his mad scream, he was always just going ah. The whole team, like in the overall, he was doing it and everything as well. Like that there, fucking terrifying. Size of the guy. Is Tobias short? Is he normal size?
Tobias is like probably like Matt's height, maybe 5'9".
Yeah.
5'10".
But yeah, he was fucking crazy. So Austin was in that class, and that's the thing. Like Elliot Gibson's usually the fucking freak, the guy that you're like, how is he that size, that weight, everything? You're like, holy shit. And then Elliot was small compared to this guy. Like, no disrespect to Elliot at all, he still looked great, but this guy was just an absolute monster. Look at that, fucking scary.
Yeah, go back,
Go to the over. Yeah, go
What's that?
back, go back,
X
go
there,
back,
didn't
go back, go back,
he?
go back,
back again.
back, back. That
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
crazy.
how tall? Like I know obviously they're all not tall, but like still.
Yeah, absolutely nuts. He was a freak. He was 100 kg plus on stage as an actual, which is fucking bonkers. I think he was 108. That I've never heard of anything. I've never heard of 100 plus, realistically. You think I'll get there, Finn?
Yeah,
Next
next
season?
season, next season.
Season.
Like obviously a lot of that is his height as well.
Yeah,
Like
but
if I was 7 foot, I'd be 100 plus on stage.
if your grand had wheels, should be a bike.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Uh,
look,
yeah.
like I mean Elliot doesn't look small, but like
No, I don't mean that at all, but
But
like,
like the guy's got like massive filled out legs, filled out frame.
it's,
Like that's unheard of for someone his size. That's why it's so freaky. It's not like he's just tall and really good like Elliot. Like
yeah.
he's like a fucking.
That,
It's like what I said. It's like somebody's taken a 5'10" fucking brilliant bodybuilder and just dragged the right top right corner and just gone to like 6'4".
yeah. Like against Daniel Quebec, who's like a pro world champion bodybuilder. Look at the size of him. It was one of the ones I look at his legs.
uh,
Look at the size of one of his legs compared to his. It's like both of them put together. Finn and I were laughing at the overall. He'd just won it, and like he was congratulating the rest of the competitors, and he was hugging them, and it looked as if he was about to like pick them up. And he was hugging like his little children. He was like just swallowing them.
oh, well done you. Oh, thank you.
Oh, you pat in the head. Sorry, he's an absolute fucking monster. That was very interesting to see. Con beat him on the first day, to be fair. So, shout out to Con Lewis, mega package. I thought he did look brilliant. Obviously to be able to beat a guy like that, fucking wild. He's just very, very complete.
He
Like
did
really good. Hmm?
he did look sick.
Yeah, he was
It's
spot
nice.
on. He's the natty giant killer. Or there's actually no, he's not the OG natty giant killer. But he was fucking sick. I thought Colin was really good. The second day, I do think Big Kai like was deserved of winning at least overall at the weekend. That you can't deny how fucking daft he was. But Colin, I'm glad that he got awarded for that as well. AJ with the double overall as well, which was cold for the Naturals 4. So AJ Morris. Head on here. He had Ella and Colin winning the overall on the first day. There we go. Aura. Yeah, I don't know much about female categories and stuff, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. But yeah, Elle's like her glaze, her tan, everything made her pop out a lot. The men's physique guy, he won on that first day, the overall, but then it was
Reese,
Reese that won the overall on the second day. Men's physique was stupid, as we kind of mentioned earlier. That Reese boy, he's min. I didn't really know of him. I looked at his Insta, I didn't think like fucking hell, he's like a mad freak because when I look at Jovan, I think fucking hell, he's a freak. But Reese, the way that he poses, again, tan glaze, everything, I think he's just exactly what PCA are looking for there.
he's a lot more balanced as well. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jovan's freaky, but he's not well
yeah, his
balanced
arms
for
are
that men's physique. Like his arms are almost too big,
Yeah.
massive chest. Like it just doesn't really kind of look right. And
yeah,
like that's like perfect men's physique in my opinion.
yeah, like Reese is very satisfying to look at as a whole. Like everything when it's put together, the way that he poses as well.
Mhm.
Like I don't know what he's doing here, but it just
I
everything.
think his posing was what won him it.
Yeah, it's just the way that it all kind of flows was very nice. Flow master, Matt.
Master General.
He is. But yeah, Reese won the overall on the second day, and I don't know the other guy's Instagram, Brandon. I know his name's Brandon, but yeah, I think that wraps everything up. To be fair, anyone got any other comments, anything else that they want to mention? All good.
That was a good wrap up.
Yeah, Noah, 1 minute till 7 o'clock. Perfect. Shout out the Annie Gaines podcast. Hey, knows a way to record that and rate some or rank some anime bitches.
Nah, mate, we're talking about PCA again.
Aye, buzzing.
Josh,
Fuck
got to get
yeah,
this
man.
out before that.
Huh?
Josh has got to get this out before yours comes out. Then
Yeah,
Exactly, mate.
yeah. They should be talking about men's physique a little bit more.
yeah, yours will be quite good discussing like Josh and Jovan and Reese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sam and Josh and all the boys. But yeah, I think that covers everything. So thank you once again for tuning in. Please do share on your stories. I've not seen many story tags recently, so get back on top of that when I was saying
Did
it.
people also come up to us and say they like the podcast as
Yeah,
well?
thank you.
Quite nice.
We had
Oh,
one in particular.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name?
M gets massive.
Yeah.
Wham.
Yeah, M gets massive.
Sorry. Came up to Noah and Matt while they were sat there and just went, I didn't know what soggy biscuit was either. Like, I don't think she introduced or nothing. It was just like, I didn't know what that was either. And I just both going mental because I just walked away. Then you both erupted. Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah, that's class.
Soggy biscuit.
It's making me feel better.
Yeah, the first person to not know what it is.
Yeah. Even
No,
my mum and my sister knew what it was.
that's not great, is it? It's not brilliant news.
Although nobody knows what a bobby is.
Yes, you know what a Bobby is, and then it will ruin it. AJ Morris, I wish he thought a Bobby was a sweatshirt, but you fucking ruined the joke.
All
Tried to
right.
let him know that that was a sweatshirt.
Should have
And
told him that it's another word for mega, and then he'd be shouting it at the show.
Bobby, that's
Bobby!
that's Bobby, come Bobby.
Epic Bobby.
Yes,
Mega Bobby.
what great
Mega
Bobby.
Bobby. Mega.
Tremendous Bobby.
That is us.
Epic.
Bye everyone.
Epic.
Like, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.